Welcome to another week of the Huddle. This week, we're out at Eagle Point High School.
And this week, we are joined by head coach of the Eagle Point Eagles, a special guest, as always, head coach Erik Johnson. Coach, how you feeling? Thanks for joining us.
Good, feeling really good.
Yeah.
A little warm out here, but I feel good.
It is a little hot. So you guys have been on a run, 3 wins in a row, undefeated in league play. Let's talk about your season so far.
I mean, we just started league, so I'm just not even halfway through yet. So really, it's just the start of it, but we would like to be 3-0 in league, and we are, so it's a good start.
It's a long season, and it's a lot of games. So how are you looking to keep your team focused on 1 week at a time, winning each week as you step into it?
You know, it's tough. It's really tough. Whether you win or you lose, you're teaching and coaching teenagers. How are they gonna? They've got academics, they may have relationships. I mean, you just don't know what they're bringing, and that's the same as adults, right? But it's tough. It really is. But this group, that's where they're expecting us to help them with that. But when a leader on the team approaches that and helps get people together, that speaks more volume.
And one of those leaders, Brighton Livingston, he has had a tremendous season so far, and we're really only scratching the surface. What have you seen from him that you've needed to see this year specifically, and how has he executed well to win you these games?
He's just doing what we're asking him to do. What's special about Brighton is that he's a true leader. You can't really just select a leader and say, hey, it's your turn. You can't do that. You got to be born with that. And he's one of those guys that is literally another coach on the field.
Wow, that's special to have,
and put in
a high schooler.
Tons of work to put himself in this position. So it's all expected for me.
Before you started league play, you had a 3 overtime game, which was incredible.
It was so good.
I know
so
it wasn't
good.
the outcome you guys were looking for, but your team really showed that they can play through overtime after overtime and 4 quarters. What did you kind of see in your team that you were like, okay, we got this going into league play?
Every group has their own personality, so you're always nervous. This point of the year, you kind of get to the point where you know that personality, right? You know the team you got in front of you. The first couple games, you really don't know. So you're getting into if they score first or if we score first, how are we going to react? So having that triple overtime and the way we didn't give up says a lot about our group and our leadership.
How did you get into football, let alone coaching football?
I mean, I think I was just yay big. I mean, I've just always wanted, just sports in general. You know, football was first 5th grade.
Wow,
so,
okay.
And then I remember being nervous and didn't want to get hit. And I got my first hit and I was like, this is kind of fun. Yeah. So it was just kind of from there, and then it just grew. I mean, so then I just ended up playing high school, went to college, and then all of a sudden I love it. I love the passion for it. I love just the relationships that are involved with it, with coaches and players calling you up 10 years later, hey, you want to come to my wedding? And, you know, like little things like that's the joy of it, you know.
Let's talk about your coaching characteristics and just your tactics. Have they changed over the years, or do you kind of keep a level head? Are you a loud coach, a quiet coach? Talk to me through it.
I've definitely changed through, this is 18th or 19th year coaching, so I've definitely changed. The same thing as transitioning from playing. I mean, you just learn as you go, like anything else. I've heard a lot that more level-headed and, you know. But.
Do you kind of carry that off the football field as well? Maybe in your personal life with family, do you carry that level-headedness?
I try to be the same. You know, I'm dad, married, beautiful wife, 4 kids, you know, so I do. I try to be the same.
You have 4 kids at home, and you have, gosh, a group of all these sons. Would you kind of say that they are your family and you kind of treat them like they are your family, or do you like to keep that separate, like this is my job and this is my family? Absolutely
not. I want them to see that I'm human. Right? That's a big thing, even with just all the rest of the staff. You know, we'll have, whether it's team dinners or positional dinners where we're at houses, and I want them to see that I'm human. Like I don't just teach and coach. I have a family. I do the same thing. I watch TV. You know, it's crazy. I do have a first name, you know, so that type of stuff. I want them to see that.
Not coach?
No, exactly.
Yeah. We're going to get into some fun questions now, because we just like to learn about how you are outside of football.
Yeah. Let's talk college team. Who do you watch on Saturdays?
You know, I get that all the time. I watch football when I have a chance, you know, but with game planning stuff on the weekends and my kids going everywhere, I try to catch tell into stuff, but I'm not an Oregon fan. I'm not an Oregon State fan. I'm not a Boise State fan. I enjoy watching a good game. Everybody asks me, who do you want to win? I'm like, I literally just want to see a good game and maybe the underdog. But I enjoy watching football. I just can't really go die hard on a team.
Is that the same for the NFL?
Same. Yeah. Well, I'm a Bears fan.
So am
We got
I.
a Bears fan over
I'm a
here.
Bears fan, but
It's horrendous. It's a horrendous
Did
life
you want to
that we
say
live.
that out loud?
I know,
Yeah.
I did get a little.
Yeah.
It's brutal. It's hard to admit, but I'm a Bears fan. Have been.
What made you get into the Bears?
Probably 85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are you a Cubs fan too, or just Bear? Yeah. I don't blame you.
I watch baseball a little bit, but like I said, I just don't have it.
Yeah. Basketball, NBA, college, who do you root for?
No.
No one. Come on. You got to give us something.
When we watch Last Dance, the Bull, like stuff like that, like enjoyed watching the Bulls, at that time, or watching, so just.
Whoever's good.
Yeah.
Not a bandwagoner, but you do like whoever's good.
We'll end it with you saying, "Go Eagles."
Go Eagles.
Perfect.